morning forces, and we continue with the same topic, laws of motion, and today we are going to discuss about common forces in mechanics. It's a 5.9. This one, it's a common forces in mechanics. We encounter many types of forces in mechanics. The gravitational force, a force all-pervasive, meaning is that present everywhere, and the body, every body is attracted by Earth because of its gravitational pull. The gravitational pull or gravitational force did not require physical contact or intervening medium. Therefore, it is known as a non-contact type of force. So gravitational force is known as non-contact type of force because it need not require any intervening medium. Most of the remaining forces are contact type of forces. Name itself suggests that. So the forces which need intervening medium or physical contact to act upon other bodies are known as contact type of forces. So basically, it is a non-contact and then non-contact type of forces and then contact type of forces. Contact type of forces, when physical bodies, two bodies interacting each other. They may be solid or liquid. Even the solid interacting with liquid, the contact type of force come into play. This type of forces are known as friction. Now, see that all these contact type of forces, two solid objects, this is the table or this is the table we can see, and on that one, book is kept. And then on this one, there is reaction force, this is W there. So, reaction force is always normal to the surface of the table. So, this reaction force which is normal to the surface of the table is called as a normal reaction. But there is another force here. If I try to push this body here, if I am pushing this body, there is one more force developed here, which is a parallel to the surface. If I am trying to push this body in this direction, then there is a self-adjusted force develops, which is parallel to the surface. So the parallel component of surface or parallel component of the force is called as a frictional force. The force which is parallel to the surface is known as frictional force. It is parallel. Which is perpendicular, it is a normal reaction. So, normal reaction, it's a perpendicular. Parallel is known as a frictional force. So, perpendicular component is known as a normal reaction, but the force parallel to the surface is known as a frictional force. Now, this frictional force, it can be between two solids, or even it is between two liquids, or even it is between liquid and solid. Whenever there is in a beaker, suppose that this is a cube of any solid. If we push it down in downward direction, then the liquid pushes it in upward direction. This one is known as upthrust. So whenever we are trying to push any solid in the liquid, it's a obvious force acts on the solid in upward direction, which is known as upthrust. This is also contact type of force. Air and solid. For example, we are riding bike. Then we all feel breeze. It's a pleasant breeze. But then this is nothing but it's a viscous drag or air resistance. And all the moving objects, they experience viscous drag by air. So everywhere, whenever two objects are in contact, whether they are solid or liquid or gases, there is a parallel force acting on this one, which is called as a frictional force. In case of liquid or air, it is called as viscous drag. There are two more common forces are there. One is the force in a string. It is a straight string. For example, then there is a force in this string. This one is known as a tension and the force experienced because of spring. If you elongate the spring or if you compress the spring. Let us first consider this force of tension in the string. This force of tension or this tension in the string is uniform throughout the length of the string. It cannot vary. Every point it is same. That is for massless string. And it's a very high. T is very large. Let us talk about spring force. If we compress spring, automatically it is pushing in outward direction, or if we elongate spring, again the force develops in the spring which stretches them back. And this force on the spring is directly proportional to minus x. It is. When it is compressed, it is pushed up. When it is stretched, it is pulled in. So, the force on spring is always opposite to that of the displacement. F is equal to minus kx. It is called as restoring constant. And the force is called as restoring force. Same k is taken t here. This restoring constant is known as tension in case of string, or restoring force is known as tension in case of, not constant, restoring force is known as tension in case of string. Now, when we see in detail all these forces, apart from this one, there are two types of forces. One we call it as a strong force and one we call it as a weak force. But in mechanics, most common forces are of electrical in nature. It's a shocking and surprising to us because even the objects are neutral, the forces originate due to interaction between them are electrical in nature. Basic concept in this one is that all substances are made up of negatively charged electrons and positively charged nuclei. And because of interaction of these charges, the forces develop. And the origin of all forces we consider as electrical in nature. We do not study them at a microscopic level. We do not consider their details at microscopic level, but at macroscopic level, they are electrical in nature. Let us see these all things. These are mechanical forces. Wherever we study, we do not consider their electrical character, even though we know that their origin is electrical in nature, because at microscopic details we do not require here. And this is important thing, that is all forces in mechanics which we consider as a contact forces, they are electrical in origin. There are many situations in mechanics, that is where the two bodies are supporting each other by hinges and supports and different rods. At point of contact, different forces arises. These all forces, we treat them as a mechanical forces. This is all about common forces in mechanics. Thank you.